To practice in such a meticulous technical sport, it takes a lot of practice. We have to make sure our foundations are all almost near perfect, and we have to be strong as well. And in Poomsae, it's not only limited to performing in a very static motion, but we're also required to learn things like gymnastics for the freestyle aspect of Poomsae.
If I were to describe Sara, it's nothing will stop her. She's very clear on her goal.
Do you think she leads by example?
No?
No.
No. She's a good example.
My name is Sara. I used to be a national Taekwondo Poomsae athlete. I represented Malaysia from 2012 all the way up to 2021. Currently, I am a PT, a personal trainer, and I am also still in the sport. I am coaching athletes, young athletes, to compete in Poomsae.
Are now stepping onto the official mat. This is Malaysia's pair. Yap Kim Wen, already a gold medalist today.
Taekwondo Poomsae is basically a branch of Taekwondo. So Taekwondo, there is the Kyoryugi side, and then there is the Poomsae side. Kyoryugi is more of the combat side of things, where you kick people and you have an opponent, you kick them to earn points. But in Poomsae, you perform in front of judges, and they judge based on your performance, and that's how you win. My journey started when I was 6 years old. When I was 6, I didn't have an interest for the sport. It was more of my brother was in the sport first, and then I didn't have anything to do at home. I wasn't active. So my dad thought that it was a pretty good idea that I should start taking up some sports. So Taekwondo was one of my very first sports. We had a Korean coach came over to teach us demonstrations. So from there, we learned how to perform well. So from there, my interest grew. We started performing a lot more as a team. The scene back then, it wasn't so competitive just yet because there weren't a lot of competitions. It was still up and coming. It wasn't very popular. So when I was starting out back then, we only took our chances at national level tournaments, some open competitions, but even then, there weren't a lot of competitors. When I was 17, my curricular teacher in school asked me to decide between softball and Taekwondo, because at the time I was already representing the state for softball, but I decided to drop that because my passion lie in Taekwondo. Although my results in Taekwondo wasn't as good as softball, but I decided to take up Taekwondo anyway because I think it was more of like a gut feeling kind of thing. Because prior to 2015, I actually tried for 2 SEA Games tryouts and I didn't get in. I almost quit. So the 2015 one, that tryout, I managed to get in via my mixed pair. So my mixed pair at the time, my partner was Kok Junyi, and we managed to get in together. So that was a relief for me, and I was really proud of myself to not have given up and actually went through with my decision to continue on.
So the thing about mixed pair is all about synchronization, right? It's not about individual how good you are, it's about how similar we can perform, the timing, the level of the kick, the strength, the power. Sara is very fearless, focused, and supportive. If I were to describe Sara, it's nothing will stop her. She's very clear on her goal. So whatever obstacles that come, right, and challenges, right, she will just face it head to head no matter what. That shows the part where she's very fearless. And as a teammate, there is no time where we can slack. So very focused on achieving our goals as well. Even though our training hours is pretty long, every time whenever we have an opportunity to train together during training and off training, self-training, Sara will always be very focused on getting things to where we want to be.
How did it feel like singing the national anthem in front of the crowd?
It felt to me like a very proud moment because how many times do you actually get to sing the national anthem on the the top of the podium, right? And everyone's listening to your national anthem. That's not something that you experience every day. And then when you look in the audience, you actually see my supporters or the country supporters, holding up their flags, and everyone's just feeling proud of that moment that they are a citizen of the country, and to be able to win that spot is a major achievement for all of us, not just me, to be on the pin of a map,
How was the build-up towards the Asian Games in 2018?
The build-up to it was pretty intense for me because I had a major ankle injury during training. For my sport, there's a lot of jumping, running, kicking, a lot of major joint movements that you have to bring it to a very large range. And in 2018, it so happened that we had so many competitions to prepare for. I think in total it's about 9 to 10 competitions within that single year, including the Asian Games. So it was a pretty intense year for me. And then I had that injury, so I had to skip one major competition called Malaysian Open over here. That skip alone, for me, it kind of brought down my confidence a little bit at the time because I was in crutches and I was bedridden for a month. So I wasn't so confident whether or not I could make it.
Then the other obstacles would be juggling between different events. So sometimes there are female individual, right, that she has to work on. I have a men individual, men's team that we all have to work on. And sometimes also we have to balance between our studies as well, right? There will be a time where our performance is not up to where we are at, right? The time when we are a little bit down. So there is where we just lend an ear to each other. So I did that to Sarah at one point. Sarah also did that for me as well. So that really helped go through a lot of some of the struggles that we have.
Sarah, how did it feel winning bronze in the Asian Games?
When I won bronze, it was more of a relief for me because I think I was suffering through quite a lot of pain, but eventually as I recovered and I progressed, I kind of just pushed through it. Even through all that pain, and while I was still injured, I actually managed to compete and I managed to get results. It was a relief for me to actually complete all the rounds and eventually won a medal.
When Sara won the bronze medal, did you think that it impacted the Poomsae scene a lot?
Impact a lot because before Sara menang the medal, tak banyak orang tahu pasal Poomsae team, Poomsae Malaysia. So once dia dah menang, then orang start buka mata, then kita senang nak approach MSN, macam nak bagi tahu kita nak pergi competition ni, then easier for us lah. Then sekarang pun banyak orang tahu Poomsae, so it's quite impact our team.
Okay. Do you think that if it wasn't for her, you wouldn't landed this job?
Yes.
Okay. So you're grateful for her?
Yes.
Right. Do you think she leads by example?
No?
No.
Yeah. She's a good example.
She's a good example. Oh, she's a good example.
Yeah.
Wow. What actions do you find inspiring of Sara?
How she managed the team, dia take care of us mentally and physically. Kalau kita ada masalah, then dia suruh kita orang buat macam session luahan hati lah, after training je, kalau coach kita orang balik, then dia suruh kita kumpul sekali. Dan bercerita lah if ada macam tak puas hati, then dia kena bagi tahu coach. Then that's how we improve our team.
So I understand that you are Sara's next,
Yeah.
you're her predecessor lah. So how does it feel living up to a legend of the game?
A bit pressure sebab kita tak tahu the next opponent juga, like the country still play the same player or tukar. So just keep on training lah.
Keep on training.
I think I'm proud of the entire team, like my batch of athletes, the boys, the 3 boys plus me, the coaches that helped us, the officials as well to push the sport forward. I'm very proud and very glad to see the sport expand to what it is today, and I see a lot of new faces. It's very refreshing. But I also think that in some parts of me, well, actually not some parts of me, a major part of me feels like the job is not done yet. Because while that was a major hurdle to popularize the sport and get it to be recognized amongst the general public, parents, schools, that it's a valid sport to be focused on and emphasized on, I feel like there's still a lot more work to be done for us to catch up to be at a standard where people will see us, the entire country, advancing in a very high level and competitive level, so that we can, whether or not we're national athletes, our kids are national athletes or not, we can actually send them out to competitions and showcase our general standards in Malaysia to be at a high level.
What's your most memorable moments with your teammates?
Memorable moments with teammates. I think it's all the sufferings we've been through. It doesn't matter if it's with my the pioneer batch or the batch that I was with right before I retired. So Hidayah, Humaira, Jawe, Jason, that bunch of kids. We all suffered through the same things, and we all learned the same things together. We advanced together, suffered together. I think that was the most memorable thing that we have. Even right up to recovery periods where we were all in a room together, during the pandemic, discussing things, chatting, laughing, sometimes even crying if we lose. So it's I think that aspect of my life is something that is very hard to erase